All right, good. Happy Sunday. All right, let's come together in a comfortable place. You're welcome to stay reclined if you want to be reclined, or you can sit up. Let's take a few moments to arrive together in this physical space, and if you're comfortable keeping the eyes closed to center in, do so. Otherwise, you can keep a soft gaze in front of you with a still gaze. Invite the body to soften into the earth. Let go of the tension around the shoulders. And just kind of start to open yourself up to the moment, to this alive, kind of living presence that you are. And the easiest way to do this is to try to unhook a little from the activity of the mind and to drop into the physical body, where you can begin to sense your hands and your feet, your belly and your chest from the inside. The felt sense. Drop into the felt sense. Notice as this body is just breathing, being breathed. And when we unhook from the activity of the mind and come to the body and to the breath, there's the opportunity to feel ourselves and get to know ourselves in real time. Versus the conceptual image that we've created in our mind about ourselves. It's a beautiful thing that yoga offers. Another few in-breaths and out-breaths, just softening around the body, opening to the experience of life. And find that stillness, that silence within you. That non-changing, that unmoving place within yourself. One more deep in breath. And a letting go. As you open your eyes, start to slowly make your way into some movements. You might begin to just kind of rock the head side to side and circle the shoulders around. If you're lying down, you can take any kind of stretches that you wish, just for the next minute or so, to just invite some organic stretches. Your body will know what it wants to do. And if you're lying down, slowly make your way over to a seated position facing me, and you might support your body with a block if you have one. Everybody, just take a moment to get into your wrists a little bit. We're going to be placing a lot of weight on our wrists. And then bring the palms to heart space, either joint at the heart like this or stacked on top of the torso. And find that which is really dear to your heart, that which is sacred to you. It might be family, it might be community, it might be a higher power or a nature or beauty. Just something that takes you out of the thinking mind about who you think you are, something a little larger. And dedicating our practice to that which is dear to our hearts, we open the practice together with the sound of Om, a cleansing breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Beautiful. As you invite your eyes to open, slowly make your way to a table pose. And stacking your shoulders on top of your wrists, begin to arch and curl the spine. There's a possibility that the hands might be a little bit further forward than the shoulders, if that feels better. And there's a possibility to also separate the knees just a little wider if that feels better. And after making some movements like this around your spine, see if you can find some rotational motions around your hips, so that you're moving around to open up the hips, but also to get access a little bit more to the side body. Maybe you walk the hands a little bit more forward. Maybe you shift forward and back. Coming into a child's pose eventually, let your hips draw back towards your heels. Let the ground find your head. Very, very kind of surrender the head over to the earth so that your neck can have a break, a full break from the weight of your head. You might find some micro motions in your child pose to invite just some more detangling. A breath in together, and on the breath out, slowly make your way back to table and curl the toes under for downward facing dog. The first time that you reach your down dog, might feel tight around your legs, so pedaling the feet is helpful. We're stretching each leg upwards at a time, bending and extending. Taking your time to slowly make your way into some shifting back and forth, feeling into your core center, feeling into that pressing away from the earth. Your solar plexus is holding some fire there, and back, just alternating to loosen up around the legs and also around the shoulders. Take a deep in breath, and with the out breath, reach your right leg up towards the sky. Hold it here for another in breath and bring the knee towards the chest, curl. Inhale, lengthen back. Exhale, curl. One more time, breath in. On the breath out, step forward to warrior one. Reaching those arms overhead, make fists with your hands, circle them. And then sink into that front knee a little, drawing the elbows back. Inhale, reach up. On the exhale, see if you can open up towards the side and elongate that front leg. Good. Come back to the center, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, open up to the side. Come back through, in. Out. In. And out. One more time, in and out, in and out. Come back to your warrior one, breath in. On the breath out, plant the palms down and step back to your downward facing dog. Shift forward with the in-breath to your plank pose. Hold it strong. With the out-breath, lower the knees. Draw the elbows towards the midline and lower halfway through and lift back up. Do it again 5 times. Down, in, and out, lift. Down, in, out, lift. 2 more. The next time you lower, lower all the way to the ground. Activate your legs, lengthen them back, shoelace sides of the feet press, and you open your heart for baby cobra. Breath in. On the breath out, plant the palms down, press yourself back up to your downward dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Start to really feel that nice length in the side body as you roll the shoulders down the back. Deep breath in, long breath out. Left leg slowly rises up with the inhale. The exhale brings the knee to the chest, curl. 2 more. Last time, breath in. On the breath out, step it forward for your warrior one. Rise up with the in-breath. Out breath, bring elbows back. In, open up. Out, open to the side, elongating the front leg. Come back through with the in-breath. And out. In. And out. 2 more. Last time. Come back through with the in-breath. On the out-breath, plant palms down, step back, downward facing dog. With the in-breath, shift forward for plank. Either keeping the knees down or not, lower down halfway through. If you're taking baby cobra, lower all the way to the ground. If you're taking upward dog, open your heart from the midway back to your downward facing dog. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. These 2 options that I showed you, knees down to baby cobra or halfway through to upward dog, can be taken throughout the class, but they will be optional going forward. Bend the knees a lot, press your hips back, look forward with the in-breath. With the out-breath, walk or float forward in a forward fold. Feel the length of the legs as you lower your torso a little bit more. Maybe the belly touches the thighs. Maybe you grab a hold of opposite elbows. Take it in and out. 2 more long in-breaths and out-breaths. And we'll slowly roll up. If you support your hands on your thighs, that's fine too. As you rise, 2 arms reach overhead, breath in. On the breath out, palms to heart space. With the feet hip distance apart, press back to come into a chair pose. And notice if your tailbone is sticking up like this, and see if you can find that neutral place, pulling the navel in and up. I like my arms forward versus up because it keeps my shoulders really relaxed. Good. And let's take a few ups and down squats. Inhale up. With the exhale, pull back with the elbows, keeping that neutral spine. Breath in and breath out. Each time you lift, press your hips forward and squeeze your glutes. Each time you lower, keep your weight in all corners of the feet. The feet are hip distance apart so that we have a strong foundation and we're really activating those glutes muscles. Strengthening the glutes in a yoga class is really important because it will support our hips and our lower back moving forward. Now start to feel your core becoming really active here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax the arms forward, sink down, regain access to that neutral pelvis. Breath in. On the breath out, bow forward, forward fold. Take a moment to relax through the shoulders a lot. Let go of any strain around the jaw. Deep in breath and out breath. Plant your palms down and take your way back to downward dog. From here, you can choose to stay in down dog or take your vinyasa through by shifting forward to plank. Another option is to shift forward and simply hold plank for a while and then go straight back to downward dog. You take that vinyasa on your own pace. The slower that you move, the stronger that you'll get, because it's just kind of entrains the muscles. And you can do it in a mindful way. That way we avoid injury. Right leg slowly rises up to the sky with the inhale. Bend the knee to dial the hip open. Keep your weight in that front right arm so that you're really activating that right hand into the earth. Square the hips with the in-breath. The out-breath brings the knee to the chest. Step forward for warrior one. Feel active in both feet as you reach the arms overhead with the in-breath. The out-breath, open up to warrior two. With the next inhale, reverse your warrior. And with the exhale, make your way into a side angle lunge. Holding your side angle for 5 breaths, relax your shoulders a lot. Keep your weight, again, in both feet equally. We might sometimes forget about that back foot in side angle. I want you to find it and activate that leg even more. Beautiful. 2 more breaths. As we return to warrior two, we'll extend the front leg and reach that arm upwards. It turns into a reverse triangle. Breath in, breath out. Root down a little more and shine a bit brighter upwards. Then slowly cartwheel the hands down to come into a 3-legged dog. So that left foot stays where it is. The right leg extends back and up again. Maybe a flip dog if that's available in your practice and feels good on your back. Coming back through into a 3-legged dog with the in-breath. And the out-breath steps that same foot forward into a runner lunge. Maybe taking care that that back foot is still anchored hip distance apart to take a twist to your right. Open up with comfort through the mid-back. If you have blocks, it's a wonderful way to support yourself. For 3, 2, and 1. Come back to the center and slowly shift your way forward in a standing split. So that left leg will reach upwards. Maybe you grab a hold of your ankle with your right hand. For 3, 2, and 1. Release the left foot next to the right for a forward fold. Breath in. On the breath out, sink down into a chair pose. Lift your chest up. Relax your shoulders. We're going to start to feel into this up and down movements, adding a little hop. So it looks like this. Sinking down, reach the arms back. Inhale, reach the arms up. Again, sinking down, reach the arms back. Feet hip distance apart and up. You can continue with this motion, or you can start adding a hop. It looks like this. When you come down, you hop and land. And when you lift, you're nice and solid in the ground. Yeah, a very subtle hop. Maybe you're like, don't want to be bothered with the hop, and that's fine too. Maybe it's just like, what? A little complex for this morning. But if you do find the hop, see if you can land without us hearing you at all. Yielding to the ground, yeah, it makes it a little bit harder. Yielding to the earth with bent knees. And you want to be light as a feather. Light as a feather. Nice, Corina. Light as a feather. Yeah. That yielding aspect to the earth with the feet in yoga is beautiful. It teaches us to yield rather than bulldozer through. Let's do 3 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And last time. Hold your chair. Stabilize your pelvis. Deep breath in. And breath out, bow, forward fold. Maybe this time you go into a deeper fold by taking your hands and placing them underneath your feet, bending the knees a lot to make this happen. Maybe you like to wrap your arms around your legs and place your fingertips underneath your heels like we do in Bikram class. Take a breath in and a breath out. Slowly release the hands from under the feet. Plant the palms down and step back to downward facing dog. Either stay here or take yourself forward into plank to vinyasa through with your own option. Deep breath in, long breath out. And slowly the left leg rises to the sky. You bend the knee to dial the hip open. Activity in that left hand, maybe a flip dog. Inhale, square the hips. Exhale, knee to the chest, curl. Step forward, warrior 1. Back heel dials down. We open our heart. Breath in. On the breath out, warrior 2. Maintain your weight in that front leg as you reverse your warrior. Breath in. The breath out takes you into a side angle lunge, holding for 5 breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Two more breaths. Good. As you return back to warrior 2, expand long the front leg and elongate the left side body. Rooting down into your feet. Notice how your tailbone can elongate towards the ground a bit more. And eventually cartwheel the hands through to make your way into a 3-legged dog. The right foot stays where it is. You elongate back. Coming through to step forward again into a twist. Here, you're in a runner lunge, and you twist it out towards the left. Right hand stays on the earth, and you open up. Making a fist with that right hand is a beautiful option in case you're feeling a little tight in that wrist. For 3, 2, and 1. Release back down. Take your way slowly in a standing split. Shift forward in that front leg, elongating the right leg up. For 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release your right leg next to the left into a forward fold. Notice now how the backs of the legs are feeling a little bit longer. Maybe the connective tissue in our body has slowly detangled in that back body all over. Find your breath. Deep inhale. And on the exhale, slowly rise up to standing. Maybe a drink of water if you need it. Where's my water? Oh, thank you. How did it get over here? Crazy. How's everybody doing? Good? I lost you, Judy. That mask went over your eyes. Awesome. All right. Let's take a side bend here and add on a little bit with the feet. Inhale, left arm reaches overhead. On the exhale, bend towards the right. Maybe that right hand stays at your hip or not. As you take that left foot back to maybe potentially bend through that front knee and draw that back heel down to the ground to find a bit more length in that side body. Do you guys feel it? It becomes a little bit more intense in the lower back. Good. Come back through. Plant palms at heart space and lift your left knee off the ground. If balance is an issue, you'll keep just playing with releasing and lifting. And we're going to take a twist, a balanced twist towards the left. Maybe that right hand comes up and over and grabs the thigh, or that left arm reaches back. Maybe the hands stay at heart space. For 3, 2, and 1. Return to center, keep your palms together, and slowly start to shift back into a airplane pose. Those hands can either stay where they are as you lower your left hip down and kind of open through the chest just a little more, or they can reach sideways like airplane or locust pose when we're on the ground, opening that chest, squeezing the shoulder blades muscles. For 3, 2, and 1. Land back in a crescent lunge. Feel the fire in that front leg. It's intentional. Now we're really in the fire phase of class where we're going to keep active in those legs, feel the density of our bodies, and we'll take a few dips up and down. Reach the arms overhead with the in-breath. The out-breath, you're bending the back knee, tucking the pelvis under, and dipping down. Inhale. And exhale. Let's take 6 more. 5. Navel pulls in and up. We're really active in that core. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Rise up with the in-breath. With the out-breath, you're going to dial the back heel down and turn to the back of the room to come into Warrior 2. So that left leg is going to bend. And from here, find your way into Triangle Pose. Hinge, hinge, hinge towards the back wall and elongate the front leg for triangle. Feel that beautiful expression of the side bend in your right side body. Come back to your body. Hi, Aaron. Come back to your body. This is where the yoga practice is so helpful to us, is it brings us back to our bodies and to our breaths. It's really the ultimate reason for asana practice. One more in-breath. With the out-breath, come back to the center. Have both feet face the wide edge of the mat and come into a wide-legged forward fold. As you bow forward, stay active in both legs, taking the pressure off the lower back. Take a breath in and a breath out, and give your body permission to slowly move in different ways. Here, it'll just tell you what it wants. It'll start to slowly shift a little, exploring the little areas that are tight in the body. And we'll come into a wide-legged forward fold twist here. So taking your right hand, place it under your face. Maybe it's a fist that you make or a block that you place under your right hand. Left hand comes to the hip as you lift your torso a little higher in a halfway lift. Inhale here. With the exhale, twist to the left. Either stay where you are or lift your left arm upwards towards the sky for 3, 2, and 1. Switching arms. Take care that your right shoulder is stacked on top of your right hand, and you're not internally rotating it so much that it comes out of alignment. Nice adjustment. Squeeze the shoulder blades muscles a little bit more, that upper back muscles. And relax back down, forward fold. We'll make our way slowly to the right leg again to come into a runner lunge. And drop the back knee to the ground to find a low crescent as you lift your chest up. Now, if you have any tenderness in that knee, you might place something underneath it, a cushion, or curl the back toes under. That helps me usually with my knee. Take care that the joints are aligned, that front knee is on top of the ankle. And then tuck your tailbone under slightly, squeeze your glutes, and rise high through the crown of the head. Inhale as you lift that left arm up. On the exhale, twist, a vertical twist to the right. Keep squeezing those glutes activate the knee into the ground and the foot. For 3, 2, and 1. Come back to the center. And from here, we're going to slowly shift our way back into a balanced pose. So that front leg will take the weight, palms come up to heart space, and that left knee comes up towards the chest. Yes. Relax your shoulders. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. And we'll end it with simply extending that front leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Shake it up a little. I know. Drink some water if you need to. All right, we'll take a little bit of a moment to soften the gaze, find a place on the ground in front of you a few feet with a soft gaze. And you'll start to feel the tension come down and down, leaving the body through the feet into the earth. And then you can imagine a glass of water with sand stirred up in it. And you're just waiting for that sand to settle to the bottom of the glass, clearing the water. If it feels comfortable to close your eyes for this, do so. Just coming back to homeostasis with that nervous system, allowing the heartbeat to just ease into a place of balance. And then we'll take that same sequence to the other side. Starting with the side bend to the left. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, bend. Either stay here or shift your weight into that left leg and reach that right foot back, bending that front knee a bit to go deeper into that stretch. Come back through to the center. Regain access to the balance in the left foot. Lifting your right knee up towards your chest. When we are in the balance pose, bringing the palms together is really helpful. It's like a swaddle. You know, like, you know, the infant when it's like all over the place, and then you swaddle it, and it just kind of calms down. It's kind of like that. So if you're in balance pose, like, don't be kind of flailing the hands. Then twist to your right. And potentially releasing the left hand down to hold the leg for 3, 2, and 1. And coming back to find that airplane pose again. So shifting back. Active leg, dial the right hip down, shoulders are relaxed, potentially expanding the arms sideways for 4, 3, 2, 1. Land in your crescent. Take care that the feet are hip distance apart. And we'll take those dips up and down. Inhale. And dip with the exhale. Five more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rise up with the in-breath. The out-breath, dial the back heel down and make your way into Warrior 2 on the other leg. Take a breath in together. And on the out breath, reaching towards the back of the room again to find the triangle pose as you extend your right leg. Now I want you to kind of squeeze your body so that you're tensing up. And then I want you to fully kind of collapse. And then find that place in the middle between effort and ease, so that you're not collapsing in your joints and you're not squeezing too tight. Two more breaths. Nice. Come back through the center. Have both feet face the wide edge of the mat and get the heels in and the toes out for Goddess Pose or God Pose. Heels in, toes out. Now notice how there's a potential for the knees to collapse in. See if you can solidify the placement of the heels and the feet somewhere so that your knees are tracking with your toes, going the same direction as your toes. Nice. Yeah. You might have to adjust the placement of the feet a little for that to happen. Bring the fingertips together, like holding a little bit of an energy ball here. Sink a little bit deeper. And then start to kind of feel into the hands as they separate a little bit from one another. Maybe you find some heat between the hands. Good. Reconnect the palms together. Keep that sensation of heat. And reach those legs up. As you elongate those arms all the way up towards the sky, separate them slightly and squeeze your shoulder blades muscles. Breath in. On the breath out, come back down into Goddess Pose. Let's do it again. Inhale, press your hips forward, squeeze your butt, and really draw the sternum forward and up. Then back to the neutral spine and down. 3 more. In. And out. In. And out. Last time. In. And out. Hold your goddess, relax your shoulders, breath in. On the breath out, turn towards me to find your way into a runner lunge. Good, lower the back knee, rise with the chest upwards, stacking your joints. Maybe you have to walk the front foot back a little. And we'll come into that vertical twist to the other side. Inhale. And with the exhale, twist. One more in-breath. With the out-breath, return to center and come back into that balance pose from here. What needs to happen then is you really curl the back toes under, and then you're gonna have to shift your weight into that front leg. Keep all corners of the foot on the ground as you rise. Palms come together, remember the swaddle. And then extending that leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Hallelujah, we did it. Bring the hands to to the hips, separate the feet a little wider, and just take some hip circles. Some hip circles. Those hip circles might take you into a bit of a fold every once in a while, or they might take you into some motions all around. We're just going to shake it up a little bit with a lymphatic shake, just to get rid of the residue tension in the body. So just start with your wrists. Just imagine that all that tension that you're holding in your shoulders and in your heart space, in your chest, in your upper back, is getting released through the wrists and the arms. Maybe kind of get into your shoulders a bit and into your elbows. And then at some point, just start to kind of bounce like a little bit up and down. And feel as though the residue tension is now leaving your body downwards, through the belly, through the hips, and all the way down, through your legs, and into the earth. One more in breath. And out, relax. And when you stop, just take a moment to feel into the subtle body. When tension leaves the body, we are more open to the subtle realms around us. One more in breath. And out breath. Good. Let's flow back to our downward facing dog. Inhale, 2 arms reach overhead. Exhale, bow, forward fold. In a halfway lift. Out, plant your palms. Step back to downward dog. And from down dog, shift forward for plank pose. Hold that strong plank for 5, 4, press the floor away, 3, 2, on the 1, release your left forearm and then your right forearm and stay in a forearm plank. If you need to release the knees down, it will still give you tons of core work. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your hips and prepare to take a locust pose. Reach your legs back. Activate the shoelace sides of the feet to begin with. Keep your lowermost ribs on the ground as you extend your arms sideways, opening your heart. Now, engage the legs and lift them too. Deep in breath, keep your gaze on the ground, drawing length through the crown of the head. For 3, 2, and 1. Release yourself to the ground and take a moment to just relax and let your heart loosen its grip. Welcomed by the earth, welcomed by the most nurturing energy of the earth, the feminine energy of the earth, a yielding, receiving energy. And we'll take a bit of a stretch around the chest area here. You can take your left arm and extend it to the side, or make it kind of perpendicular as you shift your weight into that left hip to open up through your chest a bit. Here, take care of your shoulders. You don't want to yank into your shoulder. And the stretch should be felt like right at the chest muscles. Come back to the middle and to the other side. Come back to the middle and take a quad stretch on the right leg. Bend your right knee, grab a hold of your ankle. Maybe you make a pillow for your head with that other arm. Or maybe it's more accessible to turn onto your left hip to hold that leg. And switch legs when you're ready. Very gently release the legs and lift yourself up to come into your camel pose. We're going to stand on our knees and curl the toes under. Take a block, if you have it, to place it to the inside of your right foot. And then press your hips forward, squeeze your legs, squeeze your glutes, and release only the left hand to that block, reaching the other arm up. Another option is to keep your left hand at your hip or to grab a hold of your heel with your left fingertips. Press the hips more forward and open the heart for 3, 2, 1. Come back through to take it to the other side. Press forward, tuck tailbone under, then reach up and continue to press forward as you bend. Back to center, inhale. On the exhale, release back down. Curl your toes under to find downward facing dog. And reach the right leg up towards the sky with the in-breath. And the out-breath coming. And a deeper place isn't necessarily better. I like to find a place of comfort where you're still getting a stretch so that we can maintain our nervous system in a good, calm place. So my goal through teaching my classes is to get a pretty awesome workout while still maintaining a certain calm within the nervous system. And maintaining that connectedness with the elements of nature and our true nature, really. Let your body relax its grip. Relax the grip. And surrender to gravity. Imagine like this gripped fist and as your body, and then imagine that the fist is just relaxing and less releasing its hold. And let the body mimic that. And a slow release out of the. And again, finding the middle where you're not fully collapsed. And the felt sense isn't necessarily just the body. It is also the felt sense of sound. Mainly the sound of silence that is in between the sounds and behind all sounds. And find that silence also within your body and all around you. That stillness, that which is unmoving, that which is constant. breath and body. It's as simple as that. Breath and body. That's the foundational elements of yoga, asana practice. One more in-breath. And on the out, we slowly come out of the pose to make your way onto your backs. As you arrive, let there be this final kind of surrender of all of the residual tension in the body down to the ground. You might imagine yourself soaking in warm, silky water, floating in the water. As the body kind of senses that silky water, it softens a little more in order to float. And the softer that the body gets, the more able to float. The longer the in-breath and the out-breath. And just begin to find a sense of trust. This water is carrying you through. Nothing to control, nothing to hold on to. And there is a little bit of light that you can feel into, an imaginary light. Maybe it's through the sun shining on your face, penetrating the crown of the head. Permeating the body from the inside and the outside. Allow that light to pour through every layer. And the skin layer of your body becomes more and more porous, taking in that light. Allow the light to enter and fill your chest and fill your belly. Fill your hips and your legs. Let it start to pour out of your feet and your toes and pour out of your arms and fingertips. resting in the light. Carried through by the flow of life. So far, so good. So far, so good. Om Sachidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Sametha Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. Take a breath in and a breath out. And very gently start to find some small movements throughout your hands and your feet. Eventually, taking your time to roll over onto your side, maybe you find some stretches, some twisting motions side to side before you fully roll over on your side. And very gently lift yourself up to your meditative seat. We bring our hands back together where we started. Regain that place within yourself which is sacred to you, whatever it may be. And hold that place close to your heart throughout your day today, carrying your practice with you. And offering the benefits of this practice to all sentient beings on this earth. We close the practice with the sound of Om. First, the cleansing breath. Inhale. I thank you so much for allowing me to be here with you and teach you today. The Great Spirit in me acknowledges and bows to the Great Spirit in you. Namaste. Have a wonderful day, everyone. See you soon. I'll begin to dismiss the class now, one by one, as soon as you get ready.